All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for a few real people out there, just like you and just like me. So, we're going to be talking about why there'll never be a damn Yankees reunion. All right, we're gonna put it out there. We're gonna do it in a way that's concise and hopefully easy to understand. If not, then just keep watching. I'll eventually do another video about it. Um, Here's Allocate. All right. If you like the music of Damn Yankees or Night Ranger, but more specifically, probably White Snake, Deep Purple, bands like that, Allocate. Really fantastic. This is a band from Sweden. Yeah, I'm still doing the crazy thing where I promote music. No, I'm not playing clips because you can go and listen to the entire album on Spotify and also on YouTube Music. I'm just telling you where to find it. Just like I tell you about Modern Retro Radio, modernretroradio.com. They're playing a lot of the new stuff by classic artists that nobody else will play. So you should check them out as well. Great radio station on the internet and a great bunch of people who love music over there and who have a very eclectic playlist. Now, I am doing this video because Ted Nugent is out there again performing with Night Ranger, and it's really cool. Ted's really singing, he's really playing, and Night Ranger, they're having a blast having Ted out there, and they do Coming of Age, and they do probably Cat Scratch Fever, and maybe I don't know. I think that's probably it. Ted makes his cameo, and the fans go crazy. Everybody, by the way, gets out their phone, which I was thinking about Eric Clapton and Don Henley and all these people out there that are like, can you please put your phone away? But again, Ted shows up with Night Ranger, and that's a big deal. So people have their phones out. And so I'm reading this article, and they immediately shift, like they often do with the cut and paste journalism from previous articles. And they're talking about how Tommy Shaw wants nothing to do with a damn Yankees reunion. This is just bizarre. It doesn't make any sense. Um, Shaw was asked again, this is back in March of 2023, about the possibility of a reunion with the damn Yankees. He responded, I think we kind of ran that thing until the wheels fell off of it. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, the industry basically shut you guys down because that second album came out in 1993. And by the way, that's over 30 years ago, Tommy. Nobody cares about what happened then. We would just like to see you guys all out there. You're all still alive. You couldn't do like a one-off concert somewhere. I mean, it would be great. People would show up to see it. And he goes on to say, I'd like to just keep it like that. In other words, he'd like to keep it where the wheels fell off and they ran that thing until it didn't go anymore, which I don't really understand that. It was a fantastic run. By the way, during that time period, apparently, Dennis DeYoung had figured, look, let's get Styx back together again. A couple of the guys in Styx are having financial problems. And again, don't come after me about saying that. This is what Dennis DeYoung has said in interviews. So they get Styx back together again. Here's a couple of things that were happening. First of all, Styx had this great catalog, and they had fans dating back 20, 30 years probably, or 20, 25 years maybe in that time frame. Whereas Damn Yankees were a relatively new band with a very limited catalog. So where are you going to make more money? And by the way, money seems to be the root of all of this, right? Are these guys not putting away money? Because the rest of this article would indicate, hey, I'm going to have to put the guys in Styx out of work for a while in order to go out and do a couple of, like one-off type gigs with Damn Yankees. Anyway, Shaw says, we made those two records. The first record, that was the Bleep, he said, SHIT, right? The second record, it just started to lose that thing that it had on the first album. No, the second album is good. The industry decided they weren't going to promote it as much, and you had No top 40 airplay from the second one. You did have a couple of songs that did really well on rock stations, but again, the trend was going in a different direction, right? We all know it went to all of that wonderful grunge music that is still kind of out there in a way because it morphed into, sort of dark, um, less melodic, and more, shall we say, negative. I've got somebody that doesn't like me to use certain phrases who said, hey, could you not say a certain word that you used last time describing grunge music? So I won't. I'll just say it's kind of dark, right? It's kind of dark. Pressed about whether he would be open to revisiting the damn Yankees for a one-off tour or concert, Shaw said this. He says this: Michael is a permanent fixture in Lynyrd Skynyrd. All right, he's talking about the drummer. So again, Michael Cardellone couldn't take a break from Skynyrd. This is just weird. And he goes on to say, and we in Styx do 90 to 120 shows a year, and you have to go home sometime. It's like having two wives, your two families. So, he doesn't want to put people in Styx out of work. We can't play any shows for a few months. This is what he's saying to the guys in Styx. I wouldn't want to tell the guys in my band, sorry, guys, because that's what everybody wants to do. They want to just continuously play shows. Aren't they making a lot of money doing this? And couldn't they take a month off? And again, Eddie Trunk asked about a one-off concert. He didn't ask about, can we interrupt the Styx tour so damn Yankees can do 20 shows or something? No. People would just love to see. Imagine if they did what Journey Through Time did, right? They get everybody back together. They get a really cool venue, call it Damn Yankees Junkies or something, right? As far as, the fans that would show up. And they would play maybe for 90 minutes or something. And they'd record the show, make a DVD out of it, make a high quality CD, right? And then that would be it. There'd be closure. Ted Nugent, being kind of an old guy, he gets to be a part of it. And the rest is history, right? I don't know what's so difficult about this, but it's like, no, sorry, can't interrupt Styx. No, sorry, we can't have Michael get out of Skynyrd. By the way, I have no idea that Michael Cardellone was in Lynyrd Skynyrd. That's how much attention I pay to that, but I should, right? I should pay more attention. But apparently he's in Skynyrd, and you cannot take a break from Lynyrd Skynyrd to play a couple of damn Yankees shows. All I know is I'm watching Ted Nugent up there with Night Ranger doing Coming of Age, and it's just great. It's just great to see him out there. Those albums were fantastic. Tommy is right. I don't know if the wheels fell off the bus or anything. It just ended because of the 1990s screwed bands like Damn Yankees. That's pretty much why that happened. And yet, I'm still promoting this kind of music. Wow. It's a lost cause, right? Here's Allocate, Heaven Tonight. I mean, the wheels off the bus. It just, I don't know why he says stuff like that. And the other elephant in the room for Tommy is he can't even get Dennis to come back to Styx, right? Because you wouldn't want the guy who wrote all these songs up there performing. And you don't have to permanently have Dennis back in Styx. I probably shouldn't even comment on this anymore because I know there are people that just cannot stand my take on this. But all Dennis wanted was a reunion with Styx, and then he'd go back and not be in Styx, and Styx could go on and do Mission to Jupiter or whatever album they want to put out there and do another tour. Because apparently the touring, they can't interrupt anything because it would just ruin the band. The band wouldn't be able to earn a decent living if they stop for a month or two. Don't they already stop for a month or two? I know about going home. He said you have to go home sometime. Well, you're already doing 90 to 120 shows a year. So you're basically saying, going home isn't all that important. If you did 50 shows a year, that would be more in line with having an actual life, but you've decided to do 120 shows. So you're obviously trying to max out the income, which this is the only way these old bands can make money, because the albums they put out, nobody cares for the most part. You might get a little bit of streaming off of it, and that's going to be it. And the hardcore people might like the album and they might actually go out and buy a copy. I don't know. Anyway, folks, that's why there's never going to be a damn Yankees reunion. Tommy isn't going to want that to happen. And he says everybody's just too busy. You ask Ted Nugent, I think he says, yeah, I'd love to do it. I don't. Jack Blades, I think Jack is in, right? Would Jack do it? They're kind of doing it with Night Ranger. So just go see Night Ranger. Those guys love to play live, and they're good guys, and they have some great music that I think is now kind of being focus tested. I don't even hear Sister Christian anymore. I don't hear, of course, I don't listen to the radio all the time, but I don't hear the songs I used to hear. Don't Tell Me You Love Me. When's the last time you heard that on a regular terrestrial radio station, not satellite radio? I don't know, decades, right? It's got to go back 30 plus years. Here's Allocate. This will take you back to the good old days as well. You put this in your CD player and you just listen to it. That's what you do. Or yes, you can stream it on the usual platforms. The album is called Heaven Tonight. My name is Dave. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribers help. Also, YouTube memberships help. And Patreon, and buy me a coffee and all that stuff. I really appreciate all the support since the Clapton interview. That will eventually die down, and I will have to go back to being a grunt here and doing what I need to do. So I still need your support, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and pray for peace.